Welcome to Shenko and Spence here. We're live for another edition.
Another great edition of the Shenko N Spence Show, brought to you by your favorite people of the world, Shenko and Spencer G.
Absolutely,
welcome to the show, Spence. How you doing tonight after a great
man.
Giants win tonight, man?
Let me tell you something. All smiles tonight, brother. I mean, we finally got off the schneid. It's been a long 21 days to start this football season, or what is it, 18 days? We were long overdue for a victory. After that Falcons game, that was so devastating in so many ways because that was a typical Giants game where we had the game, we let it slip, and we had the capability of beating the Atlanta Falcons, and we just couldn't get the job done. That was so disappointing. I mean, I had nightmares of that Julio Jones catch on Prince Amukamara there down the sidelines, and that just killed me. And to be able to come out after this short week and kind of erase those poor memories and get a win that we should have versus Washington, it feels pretty satisfying.
Definitely, man. I'm looking forward to talk about the game we just watched, and this is our post-game show.
Heck yeah, baby.
And, this is very exciting to see. The Giants came off with a nice start today.
Yes.
Rashad Jennings in the first quarter definitely played out of his mind. I think he had a great game starting out.
Yeah,
I remember just watching him play today. He was just coming off of special teams, being able to make that block after a penalty. You would think that he would just run into the kicker again because that was a penalty in the first quarter. But then the next play, he just kicks it. He just makes a great play, and then I knew immediately it was safety, and that immediately set the tone for their whole game. And it was great to see Rashad playing on special teams, but I'm glad the Giants are using him as another decoy for us. It really worked out.
It sure did. I'm very impressed with Rashad Jennings' effort, and that was definitely a game-changing play. That Rashad Jennings made. At first, it looked like it hit the guy's helmet. The Washington Redskins guy took the weirdest bounce I've ever seen a ball take off of a punt. I mean, that happened so quickly. It rolled very randomly.
Different ways, man.
It rolled randomly, but any break we can get, I'll take. And then the next series, I think. So I think we go up. Do we go up 5-0? Josh Brown tack on it, or we go up 9-0.
We went up 9-0 going into the after that. But something I noticed as a Giants fan, I mean, Odell Beckham had the visor going on tonight. I actually like that new look.
Oh yeah, it's so fresh.
Coming off the Madden cover, he's all cool looking. Giants' best top receiver. I mean, gotta look cool for Thursday night. Everybody's watching, so
everybody.
I give him props.
Sims, baby. Nance and Sims, both channels, NFL Network and CBS. One thing Odell Beckham is not lacking in is swag or confidence. Because, dude, look at his hair with his blonde hair now. He's in
that honeycomb hair, man.
He's in a Dove commercial. He's in a Dove commercial.
Hey, man, he does what he does, and that's what makes him one of the great players. That's one of the only times I have to watch the Giants because they're the most exciting, player to watch in the Giants. Being a Giants fan, that's the only reason why I watch the Giants.
No, why? Because of Odell?
It makes it interesting.
Because of Odell.
Oh, I do. I don't know about anybody else out there, but I watched the game tonight, and I'm going to be honest with you. All these penalties, I'm getting there's penalties called on basically every single drive, every single time tonight. I'm like, dude, why are you? I mean, let the guys play the game. You're having these guys trying to make plays on balls, but then automatically it's going to be thrown for a defensive holding or a pass interference. Just let the guys play the game. The game was over 3 hours. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to get into it. But the most of the game was just Giants try to make plays. Going off, offensive line still playing iffy, and the run going into the first half.
Yeah.
But I just think they got all these chances going into the red zone, and then they couldn't capitalize because either one, Eli makes a bad throw, or two, that the offensive line can't
or how about Larry Donnell?
They can't pass block for Eli, or you have Larry Donnell drops an open ball in his hands. The Giants sometimes just can't get a break for some reason, and it's a shame to see that. But hopefully they transform that next week. Your thoughts on that, Spence?
I think the Giants are sort of taking a page out of the Cowboys book. And what Dallas did last year is they had a really poor defensive secondary. And what they did, what their goal was with DeMarco Murray and that offensive line was to play keep away. It's kind of like a cheap player in Madden who lets the play clock wind down all the way to 1 second. That's how the Giants did tonight. They wanted to control the whole time of possession from Washington. And the goal was, what McAdoo wanted to do was completions in the middle of the field and 5 to 8 yard throws for Eli. That's why you saw no explosive plays. That's why, to an outsider, I was joking with my friends who are not even Giants fans. They're like, this game is so boring that people that don't like football would not, be interested in what was going on here. I would describe this game as a methodical game. It was definitely a game plan. It definitely was not like an exciting balls to the wall brand of football. It wasn't at all. It was called keep away offense. It's called get 10 yards, wind the clock, get a field goal when necessary, and keep that defense rested and don't let them be exposed on the field. That's what I saw. And then also tonight, which was very apparent, is you look at Rashad Jennings and you thought like this guy coming from Jacksonville had a couple of great games last year, would be your sole number one running back. That couldn't be further from the truth, because it looks like Andre Williams is really now stepping into this number one role. And there were drives designated just for Andre Williams, and it's because he's a power back. He could get the ball. He can go in between the tackles. He's an aggressive runner, and he trucked that dude Robinson in the third quarter, finished a great run. So Andre Williams, he at least can get positive yards. He doesn't dance back there, and I was impressed with what he had to offer. You have Shane Vereen in the game now. So I look at the Giants, what their offense is trying to do is kind of a 3 running back horseman, and their offense is predicated on holding the ball, not making errors, and basically not taking many chances whatsoever.
Right, and definitely going off what you said about, Giants, going off that 3 running back offense, but I felt like they were being very conservative tonight, especially going inside that red zone. With the whole it was like there's a couple third and longs the Giants had, and I don't know what play calls Ben McAdoo is like pulling up. They're pulling up these flat routes and
all these 5 yard throws to Donnell.
I don't understand why Eli's being put in a situation where he's not really put in for a success. Like, you should look to throw the ball down the field. I mean, Ben McAdoo, where did he come from before? He was with the Green Bay Packers, and he mentored Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad man.
Yep.
And it's funny because you would think that a Ben McAdoo offense would throw the ball down the field. And I don't know, these little short, flat games, it's not really going to get you anywhere.
He's thinking like Eli's like a baby, and he's going to make these mistakes. But I think that the argument is that Tom Coughlin, Steve Spagnuolo, you know what they probably told McAdoo? Is that our defense is really, really poor, and we're going to give up a lot of points. So instead of Eli forcing the ball, throwing interceptions, or even scoring very quickly, let's hold the ball, let's take the life out of the game, let's take the air out of the ball, and let the Redskins get cold. Because right now what the Giants look like they're trying to do is, Matt, they're trying to win games 18-14 rather than beating teams up 38-28. They're not want to get into these shootouts and these slugfests. They want to run the ball on first down, maybe get 3 to 4 yards, or maybe even have those high percentage pass plays for 5 yards. And the Redskins were playing off of the Giants receivers, but I agree with you up to an extent. You got to take more chances down the field because Odell Beckham, he's a freak. When you throw the ball up to that guy, that's a high percentage play. He's going to get a pass interference in this day and age, or the dude's going to come down with the ball. But so I'm basically telling you that the strategy of the Giants is to have that defense under wraps and for them to be blanketed by the offense, meaning just have